This is TWiT.
It sounds like you wrote the obituary, Louise. Do you think there's no hope?
I don't know. I mean, I think there's not a lot of downloads. I mean, who knows? It might change. But I don't want to be, caught being the person who, was kind of mean to Quibi. But I don't know. I think that short kind of content that they were talking about is not something I've ever heard anyone say. I've never heard anyone be like,
gee, I wish I had a 7-minute TV show I could watch.
Yeah, it's that's called YouTube. I think that TikTok was smart in that they went even shorter than that. Right. I don't think my brain is not, I don't want to watch a 7-minute video to get this quick thing. That's called a podcast. There's plenty of short daily news podcasts that I can listen to while I get ready for work or whatever. That was in the before times at least. Now it's I just brush my teeth and change into my home work pajamas instead of my sleep ones. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about Quibi. I've only seen some of the shows. A lot of it seems overproduced, but I think it's an interesting concept. But I just think I don't know. I don't know if having it also be it was really hard to share Quibi content elsewhere. And that was one thing that TikTok did really smart is you can just download a TikTok video easily and you can send it to people who don't have TikTok. You can upload it to your Instagram story. And that's something that they really didn't do very well. Either did Mixer. I never saw here's what happened on Mixer today or on Byte. I think all of these new platforms have to really think about kind of paradoxically, how are people going to share our stuff elsewhere?
Well, this is a moment of truth for Quibi because they offered 3-month trials. And I think yesterday I signed up day one, and I think mine expired yesterday. So this is a bad week if you're Jeffrey Katzenberg and Meg Whitman, because you're waiting to see, well, how many of those people who downloaded and signed up are staying with the platform? And I have to
What are you going to do?
Are you kidding? I canceled it in the first week.
So the flip side of that is it's a good week to check your subscription settings.
Yes. You don't want to be paying for Quibi by accident.
Yeah.
They raised...
It always...
Go ahead.
It just, for some reason, it always... it sort of dripped in with inauthenticity for me. I don't know why. Right. I couldn't put my finger on it. But just even from the beginning, from the announcement onward, it just seemed inauthentic. I
have to be careful because
I can't identify why.
I think I have a natural animus out of Schadenfreude almost. I wanted them to fail because what it was Hollywood's idea of what digital content should be. And if we use the Hollywood model, they raised $1.75 billion. We throw money, we bring in Hollywood celebrities, and we throw money at them and have super high production values. Then all those dumb kids watching TikTok and YouTube videos will see what real production and real content looks like, and they'll flock to us. And so I have a little bit of Schadenfreude that no, in fact, native digital content creators actually do know their audience, and they actually are creating something their audience wants. And maybe it isn't as slick and high production, and you don't have Titus Burgess in your show. But maybe that's what people want. Maybe they want Tyler Blevins. Maybe they want Ninja. Maybe that's what they really want. I don't know. According to Karsten, Quibi lost everybody but 72,000 subscribers this week.
That's way more than I thought, honestly.
That's bad. That's really bad.
That's a lot. I mean, I can't believe that many people signed up.
Oh, hundreds of thousands signed up.
I mean, yeah, lots of people signed up.
Because it was free for 3 months.
Yeah. And you wanted to see what it was about. And there were some ridiculous show premises, like shooting food at the chefs and making them recreate. I really enjoyed, just the premises. But I was going to say, I feel like on the internet, even as mature as it has gotten, people like the relationship they have with people. So,
that's interesting.
And Quibi didn't. I'm just trying to, even with YouTube and even with, maybe less so with TikTok. So maybe we're just on this spectrum where we're no longer needing that relationship. I don't know. Louise, I don't watch all that much TikTok content, but do you think that's true for people who are younger maybe?
I'm going to share something disturbing about myself first to preface the fact that I feel like a TikTok expert. I got the notification today from Apple about my screen time, and I spend 10 hours a day on my phone.
Oh my God.
It's really bad. That's definitely a quarantine thing, to be fair. I don't watch any TV. I don't watch any streaming. So like, take that what you will.
However, what are you doing? Were you doom scrolling Twitter? What are you doing?
I'm doing Twitter, a lot of time on TikTok, honestly. I do a lot of my job from my phone because like you can't message people on TikTok from your desktop. So like that's a lot of what it is, or like, collecting content and stuff.
You have a perfect
that really
excuse.
Doesn't justify it.
This is your work.
However, given that, I would say to your question, no, I think that there still is a lot about like wanting the personal relationship. A lot of TikTok celebrities just started out as normal people sharing their lives. Like a lot of this stuff is almost just like micro vlogging. That's a very like technical way of putting it, but just people being like, here's what I did today. Here's like, here's a funny thing my dog did or whatever. And I think it's very personal, very low production value, yet much lower than YouTube actually. Like, a lot of these people don't even have ring lights, so I think that definitely, there's definitely a pretty...
Oh my God, what amateurs.
I don't have one, but I'm saying like, if you're making videos on the internet, it's like the first thing you buy. So I think that personal connection is still really important. That's a great point about Quibi, is that like, it was, maybe these household names, but they didn't really work to like have that relationship. I've never seen like, Quibi native stars like engaging with people on Twitter or anything like that.
Oh, no.
I think it's just really
They're
hard.
Hollywood. They're celebrities.
Right,
honestly,
exactly.
If I'm Katzenberg and Whitman, I'm looking at John Krasinski's massive success with some good news on YouTube and going, what did we do wrong? It's pathetic, honestly. By the way, I'm looking at my screen time for the last week, averaged an hour and 3 minutes a day. So, Louise, you have a problem.
I know. I definitely have a problem, and perhaps I should get like more into TV. To be fair, I also listen to a lot of podcasts, and it includes that. So a lot of the time, I'm actually looking at my phone, like I'm like cooking or something, and it's playing a podcast.
I'm going to be really fair. If you added all my screen time, not just my iPhone screen time, well over 10 hours a day.
Oh, for sure.
Almost every waking minute is spent staring at a screen.
So I'm at 6 hours. So 5 hours and 58 minutes. So you know what? You're fine.